Guys, I don't know how to start this one. Ooh, there we go. There we go. It's March. That means March Madness. That means basketball. That means Ben Affleck. And you're thinking, what? Ben Affleck's never been in a basketball movie. Well, you're wrong, because he just released one. Yeah, I saw The Way Back. Feels like I saw it way back long ago. You know? The Way Back, it stars Ben Affleck. It's directed by Gavin O'Connor, who did Warrior, and he also did The Accountant, which also stars Ben Affleck. If you haven't seen The Accountant, just side note, go watch it. It's awesome. Ben Affleck, he's an alcoholic. That's just one way to put it. This dude drinks so many beers in this movie that you're kind of like, we get it. I've never seen a movie where you're like, all right, man, we got it. Like, this dude drinks a lot of beer. At one point, he goes through a whole fridge of beer in one scene. The whole scene is just him drinking beer, and there's like 30 in there. And I thought, who can drink 30 beers like that? And he is asked to come back to his high school and coach the basketball team. He was a basketball star in high school who kind of threw his life away. And now he's back kind of teaching these young men who suck at the game to, be better men and be better basketball players. Ben Affleck is fantastic. He is the kind of shining star and actual star of the movie. There's obviously parallels between his life and this character's life. Ben Affleck a few years ago went through a pretty rough spot with alcohol and just he went into rehab a few times, and now he seems to be doing better, so good for you, Ben. And you kind of see that he's definitely like putting more into this movie just because of those connections. The young basketball players, they're a lot of fun. Most sports movies, you have those great characters on the team. You got your kid who's like, he's a ladies' man. Then you got your kid who, he's shy, but he's the star. Then you got your hothead. Or you got your guy who like thinks he's all that, but really he's not, and there's that confrontation. Then you got your, I'm gonna use the word. You have your chubby kid, but his nickname is Chubb, so I think I'll be okay. If the movie had like one major flaw, it's that you get where he's coming from and why he has these issues, but sometimes it just comes out of nowhere and you don't super believe it. His son has passed away. He had cancer. So nothing really that Ben Affleck could have controlled. So that kind of takes a little bit of that, hard-hitting stuff away. You would think that they'd tie that in somehow to his problem, that like maybe he caused something, but he doesn't. And then there's a moment where he kind of falls off the wagon, and it's because he sees another family struggling. Their son also has cancer, and he went to remission, but now it comes back, and that kind of sets him off again. That's admirable, but also at the same time with characters, you're like, it just doesn't, I don't know, for me, it just felt like, okay, like that wasn't even, that should have been the most interesting part of the movie, is like him struggling with that, and it wasn't. But other than that, like, it's a pretty solid flick. Gavin O'Connor is a great director. Visually, it looks great, especially when you talk about a basketball movie. Sports movies can sometimes get a little, what's happening, what's going on? You never feel that way. The ending is interesting. I won't give away everything, but the ending is one that you think you know where it's going. You think you know how it's going to end, as most of these sports movies do. But it really does it like tricks you in a good way. And I think a lot of people may be disappointed by the ending, but for that character's journey, it makes sense. You're like, okay, we get it. I thought this was going to be the Coach Carter of this generation. It's not. It's not the Hoosiers of this generation. It's its own thing, and that's a good thing. But you know what? This movie feels like the beginning of like his kind of comeback, which is cool to see. I love Ben Affleck. I love him as a writer. I love him as a director and an actor. Batman v Superman, Justice League. What's the one he directed? The one where he's a gangster and he's smuggling alcohol or something. But yeah, this is exciting to see that this is a good foot forward. I think he is being kind of choosy about what he does next, and that's really exciting for me. And I also can't wait to see what Gavin O'Connor does. I'm hoping for an accountant too. I would love to see that. I also heard that he's talking about working on a Green Hornet project. That would also be dope. How many beers do you free throw into the trash can? Because you're throwing them away. You said no more. I give it like a solid 6.5, 7. Let's go 7. There's things I would change, but it's a good time. It's a dad movie for sure. Your dad's gonna love this movie. We have that ranking here. Hey, it may not be for everyone, but your dads are gonna love it. I wanted to cry. Did you cry in Onward?
No.
I didn't. I thought I was gonna cry in this. I didn't. Oh well. Maybe next time. Ooh, there we go.